up and down at all. Thankfully, yes. Alright, you ready for that? Alright, let's go ahead and bring our feet together in front of us. And all I want you to do is just kind of rock it back and forth, trying to get a little wider, deeper into those knees, but also massaging each little butt bone we have down there. So rocking, breathing, lengthening in your core, all of those things happening at once. Now coming back to center, go ahead and kind of go into a bit of a circle, kind of like when we do our overhead arm circles. We're just gonna pretend that we're moving our head in a circle, really, and lengthening those legs. So I'm holding on to my ankles, really kind of pushing my chest forward, exhaling and inhaling as I go around. Good. One more round this way. And center and go the other way. Breathing in and out. Ooh, looks like they joined. Yep. Go ahead and round a couple more times. And good. Coming center. Good morning. Go ahead and place one hand over that knee. You're just going to give yourself a little twist here. Jeez, you guys are all blurry.
Yeah, our internet's giving us some problems this morning.
Oh boy. Alright, don't move too fast. Good. And just exhale here. Pushing with your back arm to keep that posture nice and tall. Keeping that length. Holding, breathing. And on your exhale, go ahead and release and go over to the other side. Ooh, this feels good. Really extending that twist with the back arm, kind of pulling you over. Looking behind you the best you can, so you're trying to follow that shoulder. And on that next exhale, you can release. Ooh, okay. Good. Bring those hands together in front of you. Elbows and hands are touching. And we're just going to start to kind of move up and down, lengthening the back of us. So I'm allowing a little round in the back, and you can cross your legs differently, so that I can really feel that lengthen. And my shoulder blades kind of separate as I lift my elbows up to the sky and back down. Lifting up and exhaling down. Inhale and exhale. Do one more time. And exhale down. Let's go ahead and advance even more by crossing this top arm over the other arm in that little dent in our elbow, and then just holding this pose here. And as you hold, you can kind of adjust your elbows to feel a little more lengthening, so I can lift up and feel my back muscles really open up. Inhale and then exhale it out. And one more inhale in. And release, exhale. Straighten it out, and then go ahead, cross over to the other side, and get into a position where you really feel that space in the back. Oh, that's a little tighter.
Oh my God, this is hard.
Maybe just use one finger, I don't know. Yeah, if you're tight on one side compared to the other, yeah,
oh, yeah.
We got some work to do on one side then. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Use your breath. When it's really tight, it's hard to breathe. But if you force that and really get some air in there, you'll help alleviate that tension.
It's all in my shoulder.
Yeah, jeez. All right, we'll stay away from side planks for a little while. one more inhale. And exhale that out of position. And let's just open up our chest here, reaching back and letting our arms rest on the ground. And then you're going to slowly just bring that chest up, lifting the rib cage. And my fingertips are pointing out to the other side of the room. So I'm really trying to lengthen, pushing the pressure into my palms. I can feel lengthening my forearms, my biceps. So just hold here. And let's bring it back around. And you're gonna go forward now. So I'm rounding over and really lengthening in the front. So I'm trying to reach my fingertips as far out in front of me as I can. And then eventually you can drop your head down. Good. And on your next inhale, go ahead and reach back up, bringing that torso nice and tall. And now we're going to move into a little leg movement. So bring your hands out to the sides of your butt. You're going to just start to twist side to side. You can stay here with your butt on the ground, or you can lengthen a little bit more by lifting that hip bone up each side. So I'm going to lift that up, and I feel a little stretch in my obliques, in my abdomen when I do this. And it's a little strengthening too. So good for those arms if it's bothering your shoulders, and just do rocking side to side. I'm going to get 4 more in here. Exhaling when you lift. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 1 more on each side. Lift and back down. Last one. Good. Good. Now go ahead and extend one leg out. The other leg is gonna fold down next side of you. Bring that foot as close to you as possible, and then just by lifting up that toe in front of you, you should start to feel a little bit of a stretch. And now we're gonna reach forward fold right to that leg. So what I want you to do first is just dragging your hands down. Try to keep your back nice and straight, okay? So you'll feel that lengthening in the back, but also in your hamstring a little bit. Hold that there, straight back. Okay. Now on your next inhale, go ahead and lift that back up. And then right from there, exhale and bring it all the way down and reach down to that toe. Rounding your back, letting your head go down, reaching for that toe. Good. Inhale through your nose, lifting back up. And do that 1 more time. Really reach that toe up in the air and reach down even farther if you can. Good. And bringing that leg back, or our chest back up. You're going to plant this leg here. And what I want you to do is just allowing this leg to kind of twist backwards here. So then we can get right into a pigeon pose. Holding our chest up first, I just want you to kind of get into a pulse here. So I'm just kind of pulsing up and down, letting my upper body go down, and I'll feel that stretch, and then I'll come back up. Breathing with every pulse. Good. On that next exhale, when you're going down, go all the way down if you can. Bringing those elbows to the ground. If not, then just stay at a shorter hold. But if you can, bring those elbows down. It's going to be great. Feel that stretch right in the back of your leg here. We'll hold for 2 more breaths, so breathe in through your nose. And exhale. Breathe in. And exhale out. Good. On your inhale, lift your chest back up. And let's bring this leg back here. So now we're not going all the way back. We're just going to keep it bent. And with this little stance we have, a little bend in the front and bend in the back, we're going to really get these hips to lengthen a little bit. So kind of like what we did just earlier, you're going to be lifting those hips up, but really emphasize the hip bones coming up to the air. And then you can hold with either one arm or both arms, depending. And then you can lift that arm up and feel the lengthening in here. Good. Or lengthening in the inner thighs. There's going to be lengthening wherever you're tight here. And if you can't quite lift those hips up, it's okay. You can hold the bottom with just the arm raised above you. Good. Bringing that back down. And now let's bring that leg back forward. And we're going to switch over to the other leg. So, left leg, my left leg is straight. The other leg is nice and bent. I'm going to get my back so it's straight. This leg is nice and close to me, pointing my chest towards the foot. I'm going to just go down halfway to the point where my back is straight, and I feel like it's on the verge of rounding. So I'm not letting it round, keeping it nice and straight, holding that. Taking 2 breaths in through your nose. And exhaling. Kind of trying to get a little deeper. Breathe in. And exhale. Good. Let's bring that back up with that inhale. And then right from there, rounding over and exhaling down, rounding down to the end of your toe. You can reach it. And again, we're breathing in here and exhaling out as we reach for that toe. Reaching farther and farther, deeper and deeper. Inhale and exhale. On this next inhale, bring that chest up, and we're going to do it one more time with an exhale down. Nice and long for the last one. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And now let's go ahead and bring that back up with your next inhale. And we're going to bring the back leg all the way back there. So we're in our pigeon pose. Here. Fix this front leg so the knee is up a little bit, and instantly you'll feel this glute back there. So holding your chest up at first, we're just going to do our pulsing here, trying to wake up that muscle easy and gradually. So breathing in and out, in and out. On our next breath and the exhale, you're going to go all the way down. So breathe in and exhale down to that point where you can reach either elbows on the ground, or you can eventually get to the head on the ground. You know, that's extreme, but we'll stay here on our elbows. Just do some shallow breathing here, so nice and easy. Good. And on that inhale, bring that upper body back up nice and tall. Let's bend that back leg. And now we're getting into this pose where you can either stay here and open up this side by reaching up on the side here, or you can lift that tailbone off the ground and then do the same thing and reach behind you. Up and over that arm, holding. Reaching those fingertips out. Such a good stretch. And exhale, come on back down. Okay. Let's bring our hands up in front of us. So we're in a tabletop position here. Good, and once you get here, you can just kind of start to wag your tail back and forth, getting that hip movement nice and easy. Good, and now I want you to bring your hands out so that they're in front of you this time. So I'll go side view. I'm going to bring my arms out so that they're not underneath my shoulders anymore. I'm really reaching out, and by this, I want you to scoop back, and then you're going to come forward and down. So I'm going to go down into almost like a slow push-up down, okay? And then we're going to rock back up and reach back. So that's kind of the movement they're going at right now. So get back into this pose, everybody with me, pushing that butt back, reaching, reaching, reaching. Inhale, and then exhale forward into a half plank. Inhale here, and exhale down. Good. Inhale with your chest on the ground, and then exhale, you're going to push yourself back out into that semi child pose back there. Breathe in here, and exhale, lift up, getting into that plank, and then inhale here, and exhale down into almost like a low plank, you're holding if you want, or you bring that chest down to the ground. Inhale here again, and exhale back into child's pose. Inhale. Let's go to plank. For that exhale, inhale down, and go down onto the floor. Good. One more time. We're going to push back with that next exhale into child pose. And you can drag those arms all the way back. Let that butt sink right down. Uncurl those toes and bring your head down to the ground. Good. Feel that lengthening. As you're here, go ahead and walk your fingertips over to one side. So you'll feel a lengthening on one side of your body, maybe your back and obliques a little bit, maybe some abs. And go ahead and start to walk the other way to open up that side of the body. And let's come back center here. Hold just for a couple more breaths. And one more inhale. And exhale. Bring your body back up to tabletop. And now bring those knees together so that you could fit almost like a fist in between your knees here, okay? And so what I want you to do is curl those toes behind you, and we're just going to be lifting our knees off the ground. So I'm here, and I'm going to lift my knees up and then back down. We're just going to work on doing this pose, but keeping our core nice and solid. So belly button up. I kind of had to just adjust myself so I felt a little tilt in my hips. And now exhale as you lift. Inhale back down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Let's get two more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, feel that. Good. And now allowing your knees to kind of go little bit, you're gonna lift again, but go all the way up into downward dog. So lifting up, that core is still strong. Now I'm gonna continue up, bringing my head between my arms, and then eventually sinking those heels down to the ground so you can feel that lengthening in those calf muscles and hamstrings. So push that butt up into the air. Let's start to walk our heels up and down. Good lengthening here. All right, go ahead and plant those feet down. Put one foot, so I'm going to place my left foot right in the center of my body here. So it's still back there right in line where it was, however it's going to be more directed in the center. And my shoulders are now still kind of, my hands are in front of my shoulders in that downward dog, but I want to push the other leg up into the sky and bend up. So all I'm doing here is lifting my heel up and then driving my knee in. Good. Exhale. And you can also do this with your knee on the ground. So if you feel like you're kind of pushing too hard, go ahead and place that knee on, or the knee on the ground. You're still doing the same thing. One more. Inhale and exhale up. Good. Bring that leg back to next to the other foot. Walk those heels out. Stretching, stretching, stretching. If you need to give your shoulders a break, go ahead into child's pose for a second. Stretch out those hands. Ooh, relax. And remembering we did our, or at least I did my right hand foot first, so now I'm going to go over to my left leg, lifting my butt up into the air again, into downward dog, placing my right foot in the center of my legs, and I'm bringing that knee close to my chest, and then I'm going to bring that leg up, bending my knee. So my knee is bent this whole time. I'm not worried about lengthening that leg. I'm just getting that movement in my hip bone, and then I can feel a stretch in the other leg actually. If you want to do a straight leg, you are more than welcome. But because this is a nice, easy yoga, we're going to keep that leg bent. Breathing in and exhaling back down. Breathe in. And if you, of course, you need to bring that knee down to the ground, you can do that right now. One more. And let's bring that leg back down next to the other foot. Walk in and out. I'm going to have you, instead of bringing those knees down, so if you have the knees down, bring them back up into downward dog. We're going to transition into a plank. Okay, so you might have to adjust your positioning a little bit to get the shoulders over. And now, while we're holding this plank, you can drop the knees down. You're still holding the upper body up though, so you should still feel a little tension in the arms. Good. Hold it here. And now let's just drop those hips down so we can open our chest. Ooh. Good. You can also do that by going all the way down onto the floor and pushing up, whatever you prefer. A lot of times you can get more leverage going all the way down, back up. Good. And let's exhale back down to the ground. Bring that chest down. Relax your body here. Just let it kind of hang loose, sink down to the ground with an exhale. But not for long because we have some more warm-ups to do. A little lengthening lift. So what I would like you to do, we're going to lift back up into a child's pose. So pushing all the way up from the floor to the back. Good. Hold this here for a few breaths. Good, and let's come back up to tabletop. Now I really want us to open up those chests. So placing now one hand in the center of our chest, you're gonna swoop that arm through, but I don't want you to go all the way through, just enough to reach as far as possible. And then right from there, you're gonna open up. Inhale back down. And exhale as you come back up. Time it with your breath. So try to get a nice long breath so you can do just one breath the whole move. So inhaling on the down, exhaling on the up. Inhale. And exhale. Good. One more time on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Back up. And hold this up here. So if you're not up there, come back up and just hold it. And now give yourself a little wrist movement. So circling one way. Feel that lengthen. Circle the other way. Good. And now come on back down and let's switch sides. Open up the other side of our body. So kneeling through, not too crazy far, just enough to feel it, and exhaling back up. The whole point of this is to feel a stretch. So if you're moving your hip bones here to open up a little bit, so I'm actually allowing my hip to kind of tilt a little bit, and so if that's happening to you, that's totally fine. Let your body adjust the way it needs to so you can get the full stretch. Exhaling is the most important part, so when you do that, it's on the way up, and inhale back down. And exhale up. One more time, let's inhale back down. And exhale up and hold that stretch up there. And then start to get your wrist into action. One way. And then the other way. Good. Go ahead and bring that back down. We're going to go ahead and sit back onto our bottoms. And bringing our bottoms to about the center of our mat. You can let your back come down onto the mat. And once you're here flat, really give yourself a good exhale. I'm going to keep my knees to my chest at first, just so I can let my back round and feel a little movement as I rock my knees in a circle around, feeling any tension back there. Keeping my core strong, nice and tight, and rocking the other way. Good. And now bring your knees to center. You're gonna bring the feet down just a little bit so you can feel your abs slightly. You're not touching the ground yet. I want you to rock one side and really try to keep that shoulder down on the ground. Look the opposite way of the knees and let the knees settle down onto the ground on one side. Feel a little twist there. Inhale. On the exhale, lifting those knees back up. Here we go. There's a little core action, and let it control it down over to the other side and feel the stretch on that side. Good. And one more inhale, lift, lift, lift. And now let's exhale, keeping our back nice and flat on the ground. Bring those feet to the ground and then extend one leg at a time. Now you can either keep your arms out to the side, bring them down to your side near your legs, or you can keep them above your head, whatever's comfortable to you. Keep the palms up to the sky and concentrate on that breath to just let that body sink into the ground. If your back is coming up with your legs extended, that's okay. Maybe even emphasize a little stretch in your back. So if your back is up, push your rib cage up a little bit and you'll create more space. And then exhale that back down and adjust your tailbone so you can now bring that back down to the ground. Good. Relax here just for a few more breaths. Good. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your knees back up to your chest. If you want to do any rocking here, you can, but we're going to get right back up to our seated position, nice and tall. Good. I hope that was a nice, easy going stretch this morning. Maybe a little bit of strengthening in the shoulders, but other than that, it's going to be a great Tuesday, and I'll see you all very soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Now we're awake.